Colorado going to Oregon. If Colorado wins this football game, man, can we imagine just the juice around that team heading into the game against USC? Like, no Travis Hunter in this football game. They're 21-point dogs. There's so much talk around, do you believe, do you not believe? And we've sort of addressed that a little bit on this show. I think the believe versus not believe conversation is minorly overrated. But even so, if they beat Oregon in Autzen Stadium, there's no more do you believe, do you not believe. Seeing is believing. And to see them beat a team like Oregon, there's no more questioning for me if Colorado can go and win the conference. At that point, I'm like, okay, I'm 100% bought in. I'm like believing to a degree that I've seen so far, but if you beat Oregon, I'm all in. I'm believing at that point. When it comes to Oregon, though, if they were to drop that game, we question everything with the Ducks. Like, how does this game look also if they lose at home to Colorado, favored by 21 points? Like, is there a lot of turnovers? Does Bo Nix revert to bad Bo Nix that we haven't seen in a while? Is this secondary as bad as it was last year and we just got real issues defensively? Like, how does it look? That's one part, but we question what they are in this conference title race. I don't know if we view Oregon as one of the top teams in the Pac-12 anymore. Maybe we do, but we don't put them ahead of a team like USC or ahead of a team like Utah. Can't put them ahead of a team like Colorado. Where are they with Oregon State? Like, we just totally have to reshape our perspective around Oregon if they lose this game at home. Now, if Oregon wins, it's kind of confirmation of what we believed about them already. And a little subplot here, the message it would send, there's a lot of eyeballs on this game. By nature of Coach Prime being who he is, by nature of Shedeur Sanders having the year he's having, by nature of College Game Day going to Colorado last week to play Colorado State. Like, it wasn't the matchup they were there for. They were there for Colorado. America has a very large demand right now for Colorado football. Supply and demand. That's kind of how this whole media industry works as a whole. And so if they were to beat Colorado, a lot of people would see it. And I think the respect factor for Oregon in some people's minds would probably climb just a little bit. Now, again, we understand Oregon is Oregon, and it would just be validation of what we kind of expect from them already going into this season with how they're built. For Colorado, though, if they drop this game, there will be an overreaction. I'm telling you right now, there will be an overreaction that Coach Prime got exposed, that Colorado is fraudulent, that Shedeur Sanders isn't a great quarterback, that they got lucky the first few games. That is an overreaction. Do not buy into that. What we saw from Colorado to this point in the year is already extremely impressive in itself and should stand on its own. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of the do you believe, do you not believe? It's like, I believe as much as I've seen. And I think that's totally fair for us to say we believe what we've seen. You beat TCU, who played for a national title last year. You beat Nebraska, who has a good head coach in Matt Rule. And you beat Colorado State. Rivalry game. Like, that's all good, I believe, to that point. But we don't have to just say they're a bad football team if they get beat by Oregon. Vegas thinks they're going to get beat by Oregon. They're 3 touchdown dogs. So let's kind of put the believe to not believe conversation aside, assess them by what they are right now, which is a team that has overachieved in year 1 to this point and has a lot of football left to play. Coach Prime, what he's done there, can't overstate the impressive nature of that. Shedeur Sanders, like I said, if you believe or not believe around Colorado, you better believe that's a good football player because he can sling the rock. Everything goes through him for Colorado. So overreaction is coming in hot if they drop that game to Oregon, but let's kind of temper that down just a little bit and give it some more time to bake when it comes to what we assess Colorado to be for the entirety of the 2023 season. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.